All right, everybody. It is 4:01 o'clock. 4:01 o'clock. Thank you guys for showing up on time. We got 23 professionals showing up on time. Thank you, everybody. Um, let's see here. I got Brent on. Rodney is it's under the weather. He's got a little pneumonia, but he's gonna try to jump in. Today we are going to talk a little bit about importing the report into Gala. I think that's definitely one of the things that people want to know how to do. We did send some instructions out on how to do that as we're working on the API for the Epic Pro. It is something that we are aware of and are working on. So I that's the update I have on Epic Pro. Trust me, guys, we are working on it as soon as possible. In the meantime, we've found workarounds, and that's what we are going to kind of share today amongst answering any other questions you may have. Join our M2 Gala WhatsApp group. You can scan the QR code that is the WhatsApp group. Um, it's a good community to get information about Gala software there. So make sure you get that. And what else we got here? The Facebook group. Join us on our Facebook group. It's my free score now partners. I'd have been today. I took some time out to look at the people that have requested to join. And if you don't answer the questions and you're not an affiliate, you're not going to be let in, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It's just standard protocol. Got to answer the questions, got to be an affiliate. So I usually I'll respond back with a denial, a decline, but with opportunity to answer the questions or become an affiliate, and then you can be let back in. Otherwise, if you are an affiliate and you answer the three questions, we'll let you right in. It's been a little backed up due to the current situation, but I think I probably did about 25 this morning personally, because it is backing up a little. But it's a great community. You want to get on that. I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. It's been crazy. So you could tell the energy. I'm just like, man. All right.
Uh,
Check
I
your
got a
progress.
I got a question. I
Rafa, let him know.
try to sign up for the Facebook, but it keeps. And I am an affiliate.
Okay. What's
Uh, Ricardo Roman.
Ricardo Roman? Okay, let me check.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Put it on the. I remember your name. I'll check it out right now as we're going through when Brent starts. I'll go in there and log in and check it out. You
Thank you.
said Ricardo? Oh, I see a Ricardo Roman. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. There you go. You're in. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your patience. All right, check your progress, guys. 20, I know the password resets put a little hurdle in front of us, but we still have our everything else is still working. We still have got our 25% bonus at the end of the month. You can look at your goal and your target for the month. If you hit that, you add an additional 25% on top of your commission. Every month we're seeing more and more people hit their target, which is amazing and it's awesome. Obviously it's a great way to earn more money for every month. So, like in that scenario, that person needs only 20 more in order to get an additional $355, right? But if they get 40 more or 50 more, the 25% still applies to the overall actives for that month, right? So, one thing that is worth mentioning is it needs to be a paid customer, right? So on 30th, if you're using a free trial on the 30th, it's not going to show up as an active, as a paid member for that goal. So that's something to keep in mind. But we do offer no trial links. And as we like to remind you guys, look at your suspended members list, look at your pending close list, look at your abandoned list. You'll usually have people there that you can reach out to and activate them again, and that will go towards your goals as long as they're a paid customer in that month. All right. If you missed any of our trainings, we are on the myfreescorenowtv.com. that is our YouTube channel. We also have playlists there to make it a little bit easier. So you'll have the standard page, but then you could also click the playlist, or I think it might direct you to the playlist right away. But if not, you can click a playlist and it's a little bit easier to digest to see what's there. But all the Metro Mondays are on there. All of the Wealth Wednesdays are on there. The 90-day run, Latin edition, events, all of that's on there. So if you've missed any of it, and there's a bunch of gems there, I would encourage you guys to watch that. All right.
All right, Rafa, that's it. We can get into it.
All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Brent Bradford and Mr. Rodney Peak. Rodney, I know you're a little under the weather, so we'll understand if you're limited, but we'll turn it over to Mr. Brent Bradford.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a challenging weekend for many, I know. I had the same hurdles that everybody else has had, but I can tell you that Rodney, the My Free Score Now team, and the developers were working 24/7 to get a resolution in place for everyone, which they have done. I have processed a lot of clients today, and I processed a lot of clients last night. Or updated their credit reports, and the workaround is working perfectly fine for me. There may be a few people that have a little hiccup here and there, but most of the people I've talked to today that I've explained how to, do the workaround, were able to successfully upload the credit report and process a client. So we know it's in place. If I can get the ability to share my screen, I'll go ahead and share my screen. Okay.
You're already there,
I know
Brent.
that,
All yours.
I got it. So I know that the question that everybody's wanting to ask is, how are we now able to upload a credit report due to the issue with the API? You simply would go to Manage My Clients, and then to the far right-hand side of your client, you're going to see the Upload Report button. You click that, and first and foremost, you need to log into the My Free Score Now account using the username and password. Then you can come to Gala. You can click the Upload Report button next to your client. So let me go ahead and log in just so that I know that it'll pull the correct report. Okay. So now when I do this, okay, so now I have the HTML code. I'm going to simply go Control A, which is going to highlight everything. Control C is going to copy it. I'm going to go back to My Free Score Now. I'm going to paste the code. I'm going to click Save. And so it says report has been successfully uploaded. So if I go to the attack area, I can then generate my attack. Now, obviously, this is just a test account that I created, but I would be able to generate my attack just like before. The only difference between now and prior to this past weekend is we copy and paste the HTML code from the credit report instead of just clicking the import button. Any questions on that? I want to make sure that everyone fully understands.
Can you go over that again, please?
Okay, so you're going to go to Manage Clients, and then on the right-hand side of your client's name, you're going to see the Upload Report button. You click that, and it's got instructions. So the first thing you're going to want to do is log into your client's My Free Score Now account. You're going to manually log in, refresh the report. Then you're going to click the link here provided. Okay, it's going to open another browser, and it's going to show you the HTML code. So let me show what that looks like in case you don't see it. It's going to show you the HTML code. You're going to do Control A, which is going to Control A is going to highlight everything. Control C is going to copy it. You can then go back to to Gala, and you're going to paste it in the box provided. Click Save, and then it's going to upload the report.
So now I'm going to copy the HTML code that's on top or this long code.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Am I going to copy the HTML code that's on top where it says numbers and then at the end it says JSON? Or
you're going to do Control A, and it's going to highlight everything that's on that browser, and then Control C will copy it, and that is what you paste in the box.
Yeah, let me add to that real fast. Do not just copy and drag. It would never copy the whole code. Control A, like you said, you copy and select all, and then Control C to copy all. If you try to do it manually, it's not gonna get the whole code, or almost always won't.
Yeah,
Just so you
yeah,
know.
you got to do the Control A, Control C.
Yes.
And this is no different than if you're using another software and that software or your client happens to have uh, a credit report from Smart Credit, for example. You have to use a code just like that. So it's no different.
Okay, so I got a question, this Rafael. So they first log into their My Free Score Now member area, right? If they need to refresh it or get that first one, right? So they have
Correct.
their username and
Correct.
password, they're logged in, and then what? Then they go, but then I saw that there is another URL.
Right. So they just click on that URL. So like I said, so like I would go to manage my clients
So once
and
you're in the members portal, right? So you have that window open, you're in that members portal. Now you open another window and then click and then use. That's the part I'm a little confused about it.
like so can you see my screen? So I would
Yeah,
go to my free score now and I'm just going to do use mine for as an example.
yeah. So you're logged in already as your normal kind of
Right.
logged in. And
Right.
then
So
so
you
how
would
does that
log in,
other
you would
link?
log in and you would
Uh-huh.
make sure that the report is refreshed.
Yep.
Okay. And then you would go to Gala and
Okay.
then you go to manage my clients. And then to
Uh-huh.
the far right, I'm going to click upload report. And then
Okay.
I'm going to click this link. And because I just logged into my free score now account, it's
Uh-huh.
going to open that credit report, but displaying the HTML code. So when I click that, it opens a new browser, and now I have all of the HTML code for that credit report. I'm going to do Control
Oh,
A, Control C. I'm going to go back to Gala, and in the box provided, I'm going to click Control V, which pastes it, and then I click Save, and then it's going to upload the report.
got it.
Okay,
This
I'm
is the
gonna
same
run
thing
that.
that happens if you use the API. It's just we're going around the API and manually pasting the HTML code.
Right. So
But
we have to do that every time we refresh their My Free Score now, like every month.
You can do so the
Well,
way
for right
so
now, that's what you got to do for right now, right? Because right now we're working on streamlining it again. You know, the Epic Pro's been up for, 3 years now, 3, 4 years. Gala's been up. We haven't had any issues up until now with the circumstances that occurred. So we just had to pivot and kind of come up with a solution for you in the meantime.
Okay.
But as you know, we're constantly working on this to get it back to, normal. So this is not the new way forever. This is definitely if, understanding that you have some attacks to do today or tomorrow, this is the kind of workaround for you. And then we'll obviously update you guys once it's back to normal.
But the good
Okay.
news is it don't cost them any credits. So if they've already got credits and they're using it and they're using these manually
Oh.
downloads, it won't charge the credit against you. You have to have a credit to go in there though. But yeah,
that's something that people may not be aware of. Rodney has
right.
generously, in combination with My Free Score Now, they are gifting everyone free attacks. So if you have
No,
credits
no,
in
no,
your
no, no. We're
account,
not gifting them. We're just not taking the credits.
oh,
Give them. We're
okay,
not giving. We're not going to give them. So if you don't have no credit, we're not going to give you one. But just understand, if you buy credit, it won't be deducted while you're using this tactic until we get it fixed.
correct,
Oh,
correct.
but we have to be under M Gala. Like I can't be under any other.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, because Gallo is the only one that's really associated with Mafia Cornell.
I guess you got to have at least one credit,
You
right?
have to have
Yeah.
at least
Yes.
one
Yes.
credit in your account. That is correct.
Right.
Right. So it's
Okay.
basically rewarding people that took an action.
Sure. So basically, right now, like taking your credit is turned off, right? So as long as you have one
Yes.
credit, you can do it this way, and that credit will not be taken from you.
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
Correct.
It
so
does not
so
deduct that.
I have a question. So when I reached out to my free score customer service, they was basically telling me to call my clients and tell them to reset their password.
Correct, correct.
So
That
Okay.
yeah, so that's a separate issue that's it's related in the sense that if the password is not updated, you're not going to be able to import it into here, right? Because you're not going to be able to get into your members area. So there's a couple ways about doing that. So when your member goes to the member login, right, and they put their username and password, the first thing that's going to pop up is going to say you need a password reset. And it asks them for the email on file. They enter the email on file, and then it sends them the link to reset the password. And as long as they follow the instructions, uh, then it's done. They'll be reset. So now you're good. Your password has been reset. Another way
Okay.
of resetting it would be, you just use the forgot password or forgot email, hyperlink in the members area, and that'll kind of basically do the same thing. And then the third way is if they've gone through that standardized process and they didn't remember their security questions or something, then you can also call or email us. Email us is really fast. It's right now email and the messenger is faster because the phone lines, they're on a phone, right? So if you're like, hey, I need this customer to be sent the recovery email, you can give us the email address and then we'll send the instructions to your customer so they can do a password reset. So once your password is reset, the thing that's happening right now is that the Epic Pro through our portal, the My Free Score Now portal, is being fixed so that it could be streamlined again. In the meantime, since you still have a tax to make, right now we're just showing once your credit report is updated in our side, then how Brent is just showing us how you can get the JSON file and then import it, or the HTML file and import it into Gala.
Correct.
Awesome. Awesome. I have my hand raised. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna wait until Wednesday and let this all settle. You guys have been great thus far, but I'm just gonna wait until Wednesday because
Sure.
I have about 10 clients that's already reset their password, and I was personally able to get in there at that particular point. But then when I
Right.
went in last night to do some other stuff, I can't get in. So I don't want to keep calling them every day. Like we got to do this, we got to
Sure.
do that. So I think I'm going to wait until Wednesday and then possibly if I can get your, I don't know, text messaging or whatever. So maybe you can assist. And I'm just doing them like 10 at a time because it's a lot.
Yeah, and that's a good point, right? Some like there's some of you that have, many, many customers, but you don't, and let's say, for example, you have a timetable of when you're supposed to do their next attack or do an update. If it's not due today or tomorrow, again, everyone does it the way that they want, but I'm just speaking, technically, right? Like if you don't need access to their report today or tomorrow, you don't really need to reset their password today or tomorrow, right? It's
True.
really when you're ready to go. So,
Okay, I will.
and then that way, um, you just kind
Okay.
of work it little by little as needed, So that's another way. Mr. Ken Buckner, I think that's you. If you don't mind putting yourself on mute, I'm not
Yeah,
sure if you're the only
yeah,
one.
that's understandable. But then
Thank you.
I have a second step that I do with my clients outside of the M2 and the My
Got it.
Free Score now. But then now I can't get back in. So I understand it's extra layer of security for the clients. We appreciate that. But as far as us and it being user friendly
Yeah.
for what we have to do on the back end, it's a little
I
challenging
and
now.
I would say, and I totally appreciate that. And what I would say is, Facebook Messenger is a really quick way to get someone to look at the account, say, hey, this customer, we changed the password and now I can't see it, or whatever your scenario may be. Make sure
Mhm.
you just put the email of that member in there so that they can look at it, and then they'll know exactly what to do. Um, the phone lines are starting to kind of get back to normal. We were having a really high abandon rate, a miss rate last week. They're now starting to kind of taper off a little. So the phones could still be a good option. But I know info@myfreescorenow.com. We know we've got someone looking at those. And then the more information you provide, it's going to make your resolution faster. We need the email of the person. Sometimes people just say, "Hey, my customer is getting this," but we don't know which customer it is, so we can't check it, right? Um,
Uh,
but those are methods that I would encourage because they're you'll get a fast result.
awesome. And what email or excuse me, what Facebook Messenger is that? What
That's so funny. I mean, I'm in it all day and I don't know I mean, so if you go
to drop
through,
it here, I would love to be a part of that group.
yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna send the link. I'm gonna put the link on the chat. And then our support inbox is info. I'll put it on here as well
Thank you.
at my free score now. And you will get a response. I mean, before it would be more immediate, like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, maybe. Right now, there might be a small delay, but someone's on it. We're watching it. They'll reply. So that's the info box. And then the group, I mean, it's basically if you go to our My Free Score Now Facebook page and then you go to Messenger and you want to send us almost like a DM, like you're dropping us a DM.
Yeah.
Our agents are kind of looking at that. But for our actual group, the one that is more, um, this one is, let me see, invite with email. No, invite. I'm going to get the link. This one is basically, you'd have to be an affiliate to be let in. Whereas the My Free Score Now public page, that one's, open to the public, so to speak.
Okay.
But I'll get that and send it.
I think I'm in there, but yeah, I'll need that just to double check if you don't mind.
Okay. Yep.
Yes, you're gonna put the one in for the affiliates in the link, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for that right now.
And what do we have to put in?
It's going to ask you just 3 questions.
That
Your name, what's the name of your company, and the email associated to your My Free Score Now account. As long as you got that in there,
okay.
you're good.
My affiliate account, correct?
Right. Like, so
Okay.
whatever your affiliate account email is.
Yep.
So that's the Facebook group in the chat if you're
Awesome.
not already in.
Now, someone
Okay, I'm already in.
did have a
Thank you.
question, Rodney, and maybe you can address their question if you're able to. When they do upload the report using the workaround, it's saying that the report is invalid. It doesn't show a date for the report, and it says the report is invalid. Is there a
Now,
work?
yeah, well, typically what happens when that happens, I've dealt with that about 4 times today, and every time it's when they did a copy on the code. That's why I told them to do the copy with the Control A. The person that now I ain't saying it's the case this time. I don't know that, but on all 4 cases beforehand today, it's always been where they did the copy and drag, where they selected and dragged.
Okay.
What you don't understand that when you do code, there's a lot of spaces, and spaces is part of the code, and you don't capture all the spaces when you do copy manually. You have to do the Control A. Control A copies everything or selects everything because you can't copy what you don't see. I ain't saying that's the problem this time, but that's what I would think it is.
Okay.
And if not, they can make a recording and send it to me, and I'll get the developers on it and find out.
Okay. I do know someone that had mentioned the same thing to me earlier, and I'll log in and try to do it again just to
Okay.
make sure. And I'll record it in the event that it happens again.
All right. Thank you. God bless.
Hi, I
Okay.
have a question. So let me go over the steps. So I click right on the Epic report of the customer, of the client, and then I click.
Yeah. So first and foremost, you're going to want to log into your client's My Free Score Now account, make sure the report is refreshed, and then you're going to right here where it says Manage My Clients. You're going to click on that, and then to the right-hand side of the particular client, you'll see this little icon that lets you know that whether a report is uploaded or not. You can click Upload Report, and then you're going to click this link right here that's provided. It says navigate to the following URL. You click that link. And when you do that, it opens a new browser. And in that browser is all the HTML coding. You do Control A, which is going to highlight everything. Control C copies it. You go back to Gala, and in the box, you're going to do Control V, which pastes it. And then you click Save, and that will upload the new report.
Go back to Gala and then.
And that's without them, and that's without the client resetting their password, or they
No,
still.
client has to reset the password so that you can log in and refresh the report.
Client has to refresh. Okay. Otherwise, it would be on Wednesday, right? What more or less when it would be ready to use. And if the client has not reset the password, then she does that. He or she does that on Wednesday. So the old password is not going to work, even though when you guys reset your program, right?
I can't speak to that. I'm not in the loop on what's going to happen in 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by Wednesday. What is Wednesday?
Oh,
What's happening on Wednesday?
I thought on Wednesday was when you guys were going to it's going to be fixed, but I guess not.
Oh, well, we're hoping before that. We don't have an actual date. We're like working on it as we speak.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I just wanted to add in or whatnot, just for, FYI, it's a national thing. It's not just a My Free Score thing. It's not just a My Free Score now thing. It's an extra security leverage or whatever, or layer for the clients themselves, because everybody is not as honest as we are. So they're protecting the clients, right? So we just have to understand that. And that's one thing I appreciate about it. So it's a national thing. It's not just a My Free Score now thing. As far as all the clients resetting their passwords.
The password reset.
Yeah. Yep.
I personally recommend to my clients that they reset their password every 90 days, regardless. Just for that very reason.
Yeah, and and obviously the thing that was more challenging is the fact that it was kind of like everybody at once, right? So that for sure. I mean, obviously we're not happy about that. It wasn't, it caught us by surprise. But yeah, it is a standard practice amongst, all,
I mean,
anytime you have major information, anytime you got PII or, sensitive data, you're going to have to do that. But the API issue is a different thing, but that we're resolving that as well.
What I've done is, and I've done this for years for my businesses, I have an autoresponder. So I have a email campaign set up in my autoresponder where it's basically asking my clients to update their password, and then to send me the updated password. And so when this happened, I just added all of my active clients to the email campaign, and click send, and it sent the email to all of my clients. So there's ways that you can request that your clients update their password without it taking you a lot of time. And then a couple of days later, those that have not reset their password, I have a second campaign that's kind of a reminder that they need to reset their password, and I add the clients that had not previously updated their password to that email campaign, click send, and then it sends them another email. So there's things that you can do to take a lot of the weight off of your shoulders and make it kind of, really just operating in the background in terms of requesting that your clients update their password. I mean, I know it seems inconvenient, and it is, but there's things that you can do to mitigate the work that you have to do. And then, I think of all my clients, there's just a small number that haven't done it. And when it's time for me to do their next round, I'll just reach out to them by phone and ask them to reset the password. But like Raphael said, they're not due for their next round today or tomorrow. So I'm in no rush to have them reset it at this moment, because they're not due to be updated as it is. Ask me, manage my clients. So to answer your question, yes, I just went to my client's profile, and right here it shows the credit report that was just uploaded today. or it was refreshed on the 25th. Does that answer your question? I guess that's Armin's has that question.
Is everybody on here? I know some people came in a little late. We started with 40 people, so we see 21 new people. Do we need to show you again
Yeah,
how
I
to
can
do it?
definitely. One thing I will mention, if you have a client and let's say you do upload the credit report and the credit report is saying null, you can easily click right here and delete that credit report. So now it's not showing that there's a credit report there. So now when I go to manage my clients and I click upload report, Control A, Control C, I go back, Control V, paste it.
Hey, Brent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for showing the way, but still, I deleted the reports. I deleted the Epic Pro, like the monitoring username and password. I resetted the password, so basically, I can access their accounts on my myfreescore.com. I can fully access it.
Yeah, you have to log into my.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
did.
have to log into my free score now. Correct. You
Mm-hmm.
still have to use the workaround link, even though you updated the password in Gala, because right now the API is not working. So somebody's got their. Can y'all please mute? We're getting a lot of feedback.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so even if you update the client's password in Gala in their profile, you still have to manually copy and paste the HTML code.
I did that. So we updated their password on my free score. So my free score works perfectly. I updated the report today, and it shows perfectly. The fine, but when I'm doing the HTML code, when I'm
Okay.
clicking to on the URL you just showed, when it says to click it and then you log into a client's profile, my free score, and then it brings up the whole HTML code.
Correct.
I do the control A, I do the copy, I do the paste, I do the save, and it says the report is successfully uploaded. But right
Okay.
after that, when I'm trying to I usually check the report if
She can't get
it's
them to go to
updated.
take. She can't get her to go back take a bath. She can't get her to go take a bath.
Can y'all please mute your profile if you're not muted? Okay,
Yeah, so
so
I usually check the reports if they're up to date on my client's scoreboard,
okay,
because you
I
can.
can't I don't deal with the scoreboard. Okay, I've never used a scoreboard. I have a CRM for that. Um, what you need to do is go to attack area. Okay, and when you go to attack area, if you click expand options, it's
Mhm.
going to show you right here the
Yeah,
report.
it's just showing the date. Yeah, exactly. Mine doesn't. It just says null. And the
Okay,
same the
so,
same the same date. That's why I use the
right,
client
and
scoreboard.
that's what we w're talking about earlier. We're saying that some people, for whatever reason, when they upload the report, it's saying null.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's exactly what's
so
showing. And then it says when I'm trying to create one, it says that the report is empty
invalid.
and
Right, right.
invalid. Yes.
That's we discussed that just a few minutes ago, and that's Rodney saying that the examples that he's dealt with, it's
Mm-hmm.
been because they've been trying to drag. I've got someone that is saying the same thing, and I'm going to try to test it out after this call. One thing that you can do, if you go to manage my clients and you
Okay.
click on your client name, make sure you delete that null
I did.
report, so where you don't have a credit report uploaded at all, and then try uploading the report again.
I did try it for like 4 times already. That
Okay.
one, and I also deleted the whole monitoring. You see the username and the Epic Pro reports, the section. The
Okay.
report section. I deleted that too, and I added one more time with the updated resetted password and everything. But it still says the same. So I had three clients. I successfully updated the two of them, but this last one just doesn't move forward.
And this is in Gala.
This is in Gala, yeah.
Okay.
All the my free scores does work, so I don't have any problems logging in or uh I don't know, just updating the reports. They all work perfectly. But the Gala, the last client that I have, the Gala doesn't bring the report from the my free score. Is
Okay. I
that
mean,
exact client shows empty.
you want to try to address this, Rodney? I mean, this is beyond my scope.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll speak to them.
Rodney, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry.
I can't follow him, to be honest.
He's having the same issue. He's uploading the report. Gala's saying the report is uploaded successfully. However, the report in Gala is showing as null. And whenever he goes to the attack area, it's
Yeah,
saying that,
no is a confliction code. That means we have a confliction in the transaction between MyFreeScore and Gala, if that's the case. That's something the developers have to work with. So I have to get with them. Just all I can say is get as much information you can, give it to us, and let's push it to the developers.
okay,
I have an
okay,
issue.
go
I
ahead.
have an issue on all my clients. When I press the Epic report, it shows error, no Epic report available for all of them. And this is not in Gala. This is on my free score now.
You want to address that, Raphael? Raphael.
He stepped out for about 5 minutes. He'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. I can't speak to any issues with my free score now side trying to log into a client. So when you try to log into your client's my free score now account, it's saying that the credit report is not available. Is that what you're saying is happening?
It's saying it's displaying an error, no Epic report available. Yes.
And that's when trying to log into my free score now.
No. That's after I'm in already. I'm in and I'm on my list, my client list, my member list.
Okay, you can't be access from what I've been told. You can't access the credit reports through your affiliate portal. You have to manually log in to each client's credit report through My Free Score Now, not through your affiliate portal. So you would go. So if you can,
and I log in into each one, right?
So not through. So you would go to My Free Score Now.
Mm-hmm.
You would go to this. Let me log out. So you would go to this domain here, and then you would enter your client's username and your client's password, and then you would log in. That's how you're going to be able to access credit report or their credit report.
Okay, let me try that now. And I'll get back to you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. That was Roxanne. Anyone else have any questions on this? I understand that there's a few people that are having some issues with the null reports, but I've updated, like, I want to say 35 client reports today, and I didn't have any issues with any of my clients' reports updating. But I understand that there's going to be one-offs here and there where people are going to have issues. But in terms of using the workaround, any more questions on the workaround? Hello, anyone? Any questions?
I have a question, but it's not about the workaround.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, when you go into the attack area, where you were, where you could,
Uh-huh.
yeah, okay. When you want to go ahead and have it mailed out and all that, You click there,
right here.
mail for me. Yeah. Once you create it, yeah, it'll ask you those questions right there, like your actual name. Though, yeah, that the bottom left 4 questions there. I guess you already had your info plugged in there, but it usually asks
Right.
you to
So
fill it in.
the information that you put in here is dependent upon who you want the invoice sent to. If you want the
Got it.
invoice sent to you, then you're going to put your name, your email address, and your phone number.
Invoice for the mailing service.
Yes, yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Who
okay. I
the
wasn't sure
invoice
about that. Oh,
for the mailing goes to, correct. If there are people that have their clients pay the printing and mailing invoice. If that
got
is
it.
the case, then you put their information here. If the invoice is to go directly to you, you put your information here.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay, that makes
Sure.
sense. Thank you.
Not a problem. You're quiet tonight, John.
Yeah, I got my little one keeps running in my office, so I'm trying to like take care of it before I ask a question.
Okay. But are you up to date on everything? You understand how to upload the reports?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if you could do the workaround one more time, and then right now, actually, with the invoicing part, like where to put what.
Okay, so right here, so do that. So the only difference between now and a week ago is, a week ago you would click manage my clients, and then to the far right hand side of your client, you would click upload report. Okay. The only difference between then and now is you have to first manually log into your client's MyFreeScore Now account, make sure the report is refreshed, and then you click this link. Okay. And once you click that link, it's going to open up a new browser. And in that new browser is going to be all of this HTML coding for the credit report. You go Control A, which highlights it, Control C copies it, and then you go back to Gala. And in this box right here, you're going to go Control V as in Victor. That's going to paste it. And then you click Save. And now it's going to upload the credit report. Then you can go to the attack area. And, of course, this is just a test, so I don't have any of the information filled in, but you would be able to generate your attack. Now, if you're wanting to utilize the printing and mailing service, okay, you would click yes, mail for me. You're going to get the pop-up, and whoever the invoice is to be sent to is whose information you put in here. So if you are going to pay the invoices for the printing and mailing, you would put your name, your email address, and your phone number. If your client, John Smith, is going to pay his own invoice for printing and mailing, you would put John Smith, you would put his email address, and you would put his phone number so that we can send the invoice directly to him. And then you would click continue. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Perfect. Appreciate that.
Sure.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm with the M2 exit of the and I'm trying to, is this the same one as M2 exit?
I'm sorry, say that again, ma'am.
I'm with M2 exit.
It's the same workaround, yes.
The same workaround? Okay. Because I put my information in and I was just really pretty much playing with it because I wasn't trying to repair my credit, but I used 2 attacks accidentally.
Okay, I'm not associated with that
Yeah,
software.
it's Gala that are the complimentary credits, the ones associated with my personnel. It's not the other ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one that you're referring to, the M2 exit, that's going to draw your credits, correct, or your GAs, correct?
Right.
Okay.
I got a question for you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Kimberly in Chicago. Hope all is well. I have clients that I've been working with, people that signed up under maybe someone else with the M free 2 score.
Oh, okay.
Is there a way that they could come over on my side if they're, because right now they're going on like their second or third month, but I don't get credit. So I don't know if I'm able to switch that, or do they have to stay with that person that they started with?
From what again, this is a Raphael question because I do not work for My Free Score now, but from what I have been told, and I have done this myself, I have had that client transferred underneath me. And there's a way that you can do that. And Raphael can explain that better than I can. But there is a way to have that client transferred from under them to under you.
Okay, so I'll just get in contact. I guess I'll inbox Raphael.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Somebody asked about these steps. This call is being recorded, so it will be uploaded to the YouTube page, so that you can see how to utilize the workaround. But I did make a very quick video last night. It's like 2 minutes long, where I kind of just go through it really quickly. If you need me to send you that video, I can send you that video.
Yes, please, because
That's the
I was
shotgun.
late coming in, and so I don't know if I missed something outside of what I'm seeing now
Okay.
that you're showing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really it's fairly quick. I mean, it takes literally, it only takes like 30 seconds longer than just clicking the one-click import. It's just you're copying and pasting the HTML code. But
Okay.
you know,
I was able to catch that part. I just don't know if it was like for the first 15 minutes. I don't know what you was I came in when you was showing those steps. So I just wanted to try to catch anything I may have missed. But I seen
yeah,
that you
this is not going to be how it's going to be forever. This is just a workaround while they're getting the issue with the API corrected.
Okay. Thank you.
I just updated the password. I'm sorry, Roxanne here. And still giving me the same code of error, no epic report available. So I don't
Okay,
know.
that you're going to have to deal with Raphael. That's not a Gala issue. That is a My Free Score Now situation.
I
Yes.
just joined back. I just logged back in. I had to step out for a second. Is there a question for me?
Okay, so she is trying to log into her client's My Free
Which
Score Now,
is
and
my
she
husband
received
in
an
this
error
case.
message saying that there's no report available.
Yeah, error, no epic report available.
Well, yeah,
And
the Epic Pro is not available right now. We're working on it. Right now, what we're showing you, if you're trying to do a Gala attack, you can still upload the HTML. But the Epic Pro is not working for anybody right now. But we are aware and we are working on it.
And I just needed to know how to transfer clients, Raphael. This is Kimberly Saunders, Bank Building Growth. I just need to know how to transfer my clients that were up under.
It would be under the request and
But
admin
they
member.
request the adamancy.
No, it's
I'm sorry.
request slash
What was the
admin
question?
member on My Free Score Now.
Well, I don't. What was the
Can
question?
It was for me to transfer a client that was up under free score, but they're utilizing me for the repair services now, and I was not getting credit. So if you could
Oh,
put
got it. Yeah.
in the Dropbox what you said, whoever shouted out,
Yeah,
request
I just responded to you. If you see I think you responded to like a message. If you just look under right now through the messages, you'll see I sent you a picture.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, and just to highlight that, there is a button in the members list on the upper right. It's like orange or yellow, depending on your color, your eye color palette. At mine, it looks orange. Some people say it looks yellow. But anyways, it says add or request missing member. You click that, and then it's going to ask you for their first and last name, email, which is important, and the last four of the SSN. And if they are not affiliated with somebody else, then you'll be able to add them. If they are affiliated with somebody else, it's not going to allow you to add them. We will need to cancel that account and then relink it to you if they're with a different company at the time. And then you'll have to provide the CVV for that customer in that event. But if they're not associated with anyone, like you mentioned, it should be able to be added quickly.
I uploaded a picture, Rafa, for anyone wondering.
Perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, John.
Okay, so let me kind of go over that again for anyone that may be new to the call. Um, until the API is resolved, there has been a workaround put in place to upload your client's My Free Score Now credit report. You go to Manage My Clients, and to the right-hand side of your client's name, you're going to see the Upload Report button. You're going to click this link right here. In this particular situation, I've already logged into the My Free Score Now account to refresh the report. So it's going to open up the client's a new browser with the client's HTML code for their credit report. I'm going to go Control A, which is going to highlight everything. Control C is going to copy it. I go back to Gala, and in this box, I'm going to do Control V as in Victor, which is going to paste it, and I click Save. If you haven't logged into your client's My Free Score Now account, if you click that link, okay, it's going to require that you log in. So I just log in beforehand to make sure the report is refreshed. Then I go to Manage My Clients, click Upload Report, click the link. It's going to open up a new browser with the HTML code. Control A, Control C, go back to Gala, and in the box, Control V, and then save, and it uploads the report. And like I said, I've done this over the last 2 days. I've done this for like 35 different individuals, and I've had no issues. But I know that there are some people that have had an issue. They're kind of, one-offs, and, we'll work on trying to get those resolved. But for the most part, and I've spoken with probably 20 people today that I've kind of walked through over the phone on how to do this, do the workaround, and they were successfully able to upload their reports as well.
Would you do that one more time?
You click Manage My Client. To the right of your client's name, you're going to click Upload Report. You're going to click the link. Okay. If you're not logged into your client's My Free Score Now account already, it will request that you do. Once you enter the username and password and click enter, or click, enter, it's going to open up a new browser showing the HTML code for the credit report. You're going to do Control A, which highlights it. Control C copies it. You go back to Gala, and then in the box, you're going to do Control V as in Victor, and it's going to paste it, and then you click Save. And then you're ready to go to the attack area, and you can generate your attack. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a very simple.
Yeah,
I mean,
Brent, by the way,
I did it this way for about 6 or 7 years prior to the API being put in place for the Epic Pro report. This is how we uploaded our credit reports for every client every single month, and I did that for, like I said, for about 6 or 7 years. So
Brent, I
it
want to
works.
make sure.
And you know what? That's what.
Can you hear me?
No, you
Brent?
cut out. Sorry.
I was going to say that for everybody on and keep asking you to redo it, I'm going to make sure that this training is up by tonight, and then we'll clip out this walkthrough, this little specific part, and then I'll send that out to you, Brent. So if anybody has the same question, you can just send over that video link. Okay. But I promise by tonight. It usually takes about 2 hours since when the Zoom training is over for it to upload onto Zoom for me to download. So just give me till around 8 p.m. and then I'll have it up on our YouTube so you guys can follow along. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. That's great. That's great, Arlie. We appreciate that. We'll get it. Usually we get the videos up like within 24 hours, but for this one, since we know you guys need it, Arlie's gonna offer to do that sooner. So that's great. Thank you, Arlie. But I do want to piggyback on that comment that Brent made about the copying HTML. That's been a way in the industry that's been done across a lot of different platforms. And what we did at My Free Score Now through our one-click imports and our Epic Pros and innovation and the member credentials. And, we changed the game in that sense. And so I totally appreciate how everyone's like, man, I don't have that anymore. We have to kind of revert to the standard process in the meantime, right? Because like I said, we're working on solutions, and we'll get that streamlined. But it's to me, it was just a funny reminder about like the dynamics and the irony of the situation, right? It's like these are kind of standard practices, right? But still, nonetheless, it's still a big thing when you've got all these members that you got to do it for. So I totally understand.
You don't know what you
Everyone.
got till it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a question I need to ask.
Sure.
All right, so I had a guy that attempted to do a credit repair. He asked me to sign up with my free score. So I put my information in there and everything. He reviewed my credit. So then from there, I was digging deeper into the website, like learning how everything works and stuff. So then I discovered that there's an affiliate program where I could make money. So I piqued my interest. So I looked into that further, and then I signed up
Well,
to be
money
an
does that for
affiliate.
you.
Yeah, exactly. So I signed up to being an affiliate. So what I noticed is that when I tried to log in with a different email and stuff like that, I can't log in because the system is saying that I can't log in because
What it
the
sounds
system
like, and I could be wrong,
recognized.
what it sounds like is you are still under that other individual's affiliate account. So that's what they were speaking about 10 minutes ago, where you can have yourself transferred underneath your own affiliate account. That way, everything is all within your affiliate portal. That's
Right,
what it sounds like.
So what I would
right. I think you're
recommend is
correct.
so basically give us a call at our customer service center, or send us an email at info.com and basically say, I am a new affiliate. This is my member email, and uh, I want to get my free affiliate membership added to my account, and then tell them your business name, and then they can go ahead and do that for you.
Do you know
So
the number?
what is that email address, Raphael?
info@myfreescorenow.com.
Okay, because you said info.com earlier. That's why I was
Oh, I
asking.
did? My bad.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
you're tired.
Do you know the number, guys?
Yes, it's 888
888
548
548.
2008.
Oh, I already got it. Okay,
And
cool.
we're open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. Pacific to 6 p.m. Pacific. So we're still open for another hour. And then Saturday and Sundays from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific, Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome.
Yep.
I have a question.
Sure.
So that means he was a client of one of the members, one of the free score members, and then he decided to go on his own to do his own thing. Is that what I understood, or something else?
Yeah. He was going to have somebody work on his credit, and so they sent
Mhm.
him their affiliate link. He signed up, and then he decided to become an affiliate himself, and now he's wanting himself transferred underneath his affiliate link instead of the other individual.
Mm, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I see someone's got their hand up. Aintn, I can't pronounce your name. AINTN. Did you have a question?
I think he's trying to talk, but he's still muted.
Yeah.
I'll take a spot if you don't mind.
Yeah, you're muted.
I'll take a spot if you don't mind.
I think you can request for him to get him muted, Brent. If you're the host, you could just click on him and then request for him to get him to come off mute.
Well, it says that he's not muted, but we're not hearing him.
Might be his headphones.
Yeah, it's
What
got to
about
be an
sign
issue with the
language? You know
headphones.
sign language? Just kidding.
I don't.
You could also write it in the chat. It might be your microphone setting. You could also type it in the chat.
Or if he logs off and logs back in, sometimes that works too.
Yeah. Okay. Who else had a question?
I do. Question is like I'm basically a newbie on here. So do I use a software like a credit repair software like credit
Well,
repair cloud?
that's what this call is about. M2 Gala is a software that is available for you to use. It works very jointly with My Free Score Now Epic Pro Report, and it allows you to generate credit repair attack letters utilizing Metro2 compliance. And so that is what this call is about. Is we're talking about we're covering how to. So if you're brand new, you would go to m2gala.com and you would register. So let me log out and I'll show you. You would click right here where it says register. You're going to enter your basic information. You will register. Once you're registered, okay, you can then log in and you can create your profile. So if you're going to be working on your own personal credit, you would go here where it says manage my own client account, and you're going to enter all of your information, your first name, your last name. You're going to make sure that you put in your date of birth. You're going to put in the last four of your social. You don't have to put in a phone number. For the street address, you're going to make sure that you type in all specific details. So if you live at 123 Northwest Main Street, you would put in 123, spell out the word Northwest Main Street, spell out the word street. If there's an apartment number, you do space plus the number. You don't need to put APT or anything of that nature. You put in the city, the state, put in your zip code, put in your email address, upload your identification documents, and then upload the credit report the way we're showing, and then you would click save, and now you've created your profile and you're ready to generate an attack. To generate an attack, you do have to purchase credits. The cost for a single credit is $25. If you buy bundles, like if you buy a bundle of 5 credits, for example, they're 23 a piece instead of 25. If you buy a bundle of 10 credits, they're 20 a piece instead of 25. So, the larger bundle you buy, the credits do not expire. So if you buy 5 credits today, they're not going to expire in 30 days. They're available to use until they're used. And then you would go to attack area, and it's going to pull up your client. And then you would click create now, and it's going to generate your letters for you. And Gala will generate letters for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, as well as letters for the 6 largest secondaries, which is going to be Innovis, LexisNexis, Clarity Services, Factor Trust, CoreLogic, and DataX. It will also create letters for creditors. Whether you send the letters to the secondaries and the creditors is entirely up to you. I personally send all letters for the primary and the secondary bureaus, but I do not send creditor letters. Other people only send Experian, Equifax, TransUnion letters, and then there's other people that send all the letters. Your letter count varies depending on what's on the credit report. You may have 6 letters, you could have 9 letters, you could have 12 letters. Or if there's a bankruptcy, you could have 13 letters because there's going to be an additional letter for the court. So that is what we're going over tonight is M2 Gala, which is a software that you can utilize in the credit repair space. Did that answer your question?
That was awesome. I like how you explained that.
Okay.
Yeah. So each attack is $25, you said, or a package of
Correct.
23. So
20
purchase
if you buy a
multiple.
single credit, it's 25. You can buy a bundle of 5 credits. So right here where it says purchase attack credits, okay, if you click this link, it takes you to a page, and right here are the different bundles that are available. So if you buy a single credit, it's 25. If you buy 5, they're 23 a piece. If you buy 10, they're 20 a piece.
Oh,
And so, depending on how many you purchase, dictates how much they are per credit.
so
But
if I so
right now, if you buy one and you use this Hotmail version of the import, it won't go away. So
Right.
you'll
So you
basically
can buy a
have
credit today, for example. You can generate your attack, and you do not lose that credit. That credit remains because my free score now is because of this workaround. They're not pulling that credit.
Right. So essentially, one credit is unlimited credit right now.
Right.
one credit is
While
$35, not
the
25.
workaround is in place. Correct.
So one credit is 35, not 25.
Uh, that needs to be changed to 25. It was 35 initially, but a couple of months ago, Rodney did a promotion, and we've just kept the promotional pricing. So
Yeah.
if you click the link, a single credit is 25.
So if a client have five negative accounts on their credit report,
That's
do I
just
need
one
five
credit.
credits?
When you generate the attack, it's going to attack all the negative items on the credit report.
Oh,
Yeah, so it doesn't matter how many negative items are on the credit report. It doesn't matter how many letters are created when you generate the attack. It's just one credit is used.
so it's
But
going close.
as Rodney mentioned, right now, um, it doesn't actually take away the credit when you generate an attack because of the workaround.
So all it's gonna cost me is $25 to work on somebody's credit, like repair somebody's credit
Correct.
per round. Yes, per round.
per round. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Well, actually,
Wow.
until it's fixed, it don't matter what round. So if it still ain't fixed by the time you get back, you can literally go forever for this. We anticipate the fix to be within a month, though. I hope. But I'm doing it to January 15th, no matter what. So it's gonna be not taking no credits until at least January 15th, regardless of fix.
Hey, Rodney, you don't want to take up until like June or July just to be safe?
I gotta eat too now. Somewhere, sometime.
And I was going to add this to the guy that said it's only $25 to fix somebody's credit. That's $25 for you. Now, the price that you put on him, that's on you. Just a little FYI.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question. Hello?
Yes. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah. Yes. You said you can buy credits. Let's say if you buy a bundle, is that credit available to anybody that I'm working on a credit, or just like the one he asked you answered his question? If he bought a bundle, then it's available to anyone that he wants to work on their credit.
Correct. So if, for example, I have, and I'm just going to make this up, I've got 10 clients. I
Yes.
buy a bundle of 5 credits. I can generate attacks for 5 of my clients.
Okay. Okay.
It has to be one
So
user account, though. Just one user account. You can be as many clients you want to, but one user account.
yes, under his affiliate program, that's where the bundle resides, and then from there he can use it for anybody that he brings on board.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So basically, instead of doing a package kind of deal, you just pay as you go.
Correct.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, like for example, everybody's different. I charge $200 a month for credit repair. I know other people that charge more than that. I know other people that charge less than that. So, just when you're trying to determine pricing, factor in, what you think your time is worth. Factor in cost for printing and mailing, factor in cost for, purchasing credits. So,
So you said you personally charge your client
I
$200 a
charge
month?
my clients 200 a month for credit repair.
Okay. Do you know how long? Like for how many months?
My average client, because you have to understand every client's different. Every client has a different goal.
Profile. Yeah.
Well, they
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
different goal.
Right.
The average client, it's about 6 months. You're going to have some people that, they may be looking to increase their score by 80 points because they want to buy a car. That may only take 2 months. That may only take 3 months, and then that's their only objective. That's their only goal. They've raised their score high enough. They can now get that auto loan and they're done. Other people, they may be wanting to buy a house and they need to raise their score, 180 points and get rid of, specific accounts that have been pointed out by the mortgage lender. And that may take 8 months, so everybody's different. Everybody's, you can't say it's going to take 6 months. Everybody's different. I would say my average client tenure is about 6 months.
So based on your experience, what's the fastest you ever repair somebody credit? Like the fastest? Is it 30 days
There's no
or
way. No, I mean,
oh
credit repair in 30 days is not realistic. Number one,
wow. Okay.
yeah, that's not realistic. Anyone that says they can repair your credit in 2 weeks is either
Now that's not to
not
say
being.
you won't get deletions that fast, but it often comes back. So you gotta be very careful when you get deletion. Don't assume that it's gonna stay off. That's why we keep attacking no matter what.
Yeah, what you have to understand is, the credit reporting agencies by law have a certain amount of time that they're allotted to investigate. They may investigate and it may come back as verified. That doesn't
Correct.
mean that you just give up. You attack it again. I've gotten things deleted on the third or fourth round, even though it was verified, the first, 2 to 3 rounds. So,
Because in
as Rodney said,
actuality, if they do what they're actually supposed to do and what they're regulated to do, they don't always do it, but what they're regulated to do, they're supposed to remove the item off the report until it's verified. Now, you and I both know that sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But typically, when you see somebody get 35 deletions in 2 days, it's almost always one or two things: either doing the fraud scam, or they just got a soft delete, and it's going to come back if it gets verified. It don't always get verified though, but yeah.
Hmm.
But just be careful giving time frames. Just look up. You say you're new to the
Oh
whole
yeah,
credit stuff. Just be careful with look search up CROA. You can't give
yep.
time frames and you can't make guarantees. That's against
That's
the.
right. You can't even give a 10-year timeline. You can't any time frame at all.
But
You
I
can't even
know that
promise any result at all.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. I read
Now
that
you can kind of skate the line and say, hey, we don't guarantee result, but we guarantee this. If you don't get results, this is what we'll do. That type deal. Like, hey, I'll give you money back after so much time if you don't get results. That type deal. You can do that, but
uh,
be careful.
I'll say this: I offer, it's on my website. I offer a 90-day money back guarantee, and I've, in almost 12 years, I've never had to give a refund.
Yep. And I'll say one thing else, guys. If you got a client that is arguing, even if you're right and they just completely screwing you over, give them money back and let it be. I'm telling you that
yeah,
you're not gonna
you're
win that
right.
battle. You're not gonna win that battle. It don't matter how much proof you got. It don't matter
You're
how
right.
long they've been with you. They can be with you for 4 years. It don't matter. You're gonna just crush yourself. You're gonna waste all that time and energy for nothing and lose the money. Just
Yeah,
give the money back to them, and maybe make a deal and say, hey, you give a good post about me at least. That type. You
yeah,
never know. It might work that way for you.
yeah, I agree. But in
Um,
addition to in addition to what you said earlier just now basically it's in one of the laws, especially like in New York, I don't know about for the other states, it's not good to it's against the law to take money up front to do credit repair.
that's federal law.
Yeah, that's federal law, but
Yeah.
I like I said, I have a setup and processing fee. My setup and processing fee um, includes doing a credit analysis, putting together an assessment report, putting together an action plan. That's what I get paid for my setup and processing fee. That includes the first month of service, but I'm not charging for the first month of service. That just includes the first month of service. When they pay their first monthly fee. That's to compensate for the first round. Then I do round two.
Right. As long as you provide a service to them at first or give them the letters first, you're gonna be okay. Listen, Crow is not out to get everybody. They're only out to get the bad guys. So unless you're really, really screwballing around, you're probably not gonna have a problem with Crow. I've seen some people that are very little get screwed over with Crow because they do everything unethical. And I've seen some really big people that get right on the line and they're just fine. You gotta really, really be for Crow to get a hold of you, you really gotta be screwing up. They give you plenty of warnings. They don't just say, "Hey, we shut down the business right now." They will let you know well in advance.
Okay. How you guys get your clients?
I bribe them. I got a gun, So
Oh,
you're gonna be my client or else. Hey, I want to make an offer to anybody. So anybody that wants to do a 6 month unlimited, would you say $500? That's not a good deal. Anybody wants to do a 6 month unlimited, $500?
Unlimited credits.
Yeah.
Oh,
600, 500, unlimited.
Unlimited for
Unlimited,
6
yeah, that's right.
months.
100. So I do. I set it for infinite credits for 180 days. That's
I need 180. That okay? Okay, you got to use it
Yeah,
up
that's a
by
deal.
6 months.
yeah. Of course, yeah. If your time runs out, it's like when you play a slot machine at a arcade. You only got so long to play the game until you win, right?
so it'll be
Okay.
6 months from the 15th of January, right? Since it's already unlimited.
No.
So
Come on,
when
man.
when do I have to do that? I would like to do that.
I'll give it to. What do you think is a good time? Friday, good guys.
Friday
Yeah,
is great.
re-
Yes, Friday. I will
Okay,
do
we'll
that
do we'll
Friday.
do Friday. You can go
Yes.
to Brent Bradford. Brent Bradford will give you the information, or go to me directly, whichever one.
Okay.
Either way is fine. Um, and if y'all want to double it up to a year, it's 1,000 then, whatever.
Keep it rolling, huh?
Hey, Rodney, I'm interested. Tony.
Okay,
Okay.
you can reach out to Rodney or you can reach out
Now
to me.
listen, let me give you some advice, guys. Don't get unlimited and sit on it. So many people do that. What I mean by that is like don't get unlimited and go out there and say, well, you know what? I'm not gonna lower my prices and get more clients. No, at that point, you ain't costing you nothing. It's costing you a lot of money to not get people. So go out there and make your service ridiculously low. Like if you're normally doing 100, go 75, man. Give them that break. They will love you for it, and just do more. Get out there, get on
We'll,
live
we'll just
calls.
do we'll just do like the other guy, $25 a month.
Hey, whatever, man. I mean, listen, unlimited only works good for you if you're
Just
using it,
kidding, guys. Just
right?
kidding.
If you're not using it, it's not going to do you any good. Otherwise, if all you're going to use is 5 credits a month, and you don't plan on, getting a lot of clients or trying to get a lot of clients or persuading a lot of people, it would make no sense to get unlimited. Now, I got
so
some people that got unlimited, and they're smart as hell. They get on live calls almost every day, and they're blowing it up. They're blowing it up because it ain't costing them nothing. It's costing me something, but it ain't costing them nothing.
Does this only work if you got M2 Gala? I got M2 Goat Repair.
No, does not
Yeah,
work.
yeah, it's Gala. This is Gala.
The unlimited is what he's referring to. The unlimited is for Gala.
Yeah, it's for Gala.
How do I switch?
Well, you don't need to switch. You can you can just
Oh,
get an
it's a
account in
Smitty.
Gala. Yeah, you don't want to get Smitty man.
so one attack, one credit. The letters goes out to the secondary viewers also, right?
If you select it, yes, sir.
Now, I do want to mention one thing that just so that everybody knows. Now, it is recommended. Okay, so if I go to attack area, okay, the way Galo operates, the way Galo functions is Gala has an LI. LI stands for learned intelligence. The learned intelligence is like an AI, but it's self-learning. The learned intelligence is evaluating results over the previous 90 days.
Let me pause on that real fast, Brent. Let me pause on that. It wouldn't be doing that for the not Epic Pro port. It only does it for the Epic Pro port. So it wouldn't be applying that in the regular port now. Now it's just doing just a traditional, swipe over.
Okay.
because they don't have because they don't have the background to do it. Now it's picking up, it's learning as it goes, but I don't anticipate us having this problem long enough for it to actually make a difference.
Right. Okay. So, but Gala's learning what's most effective in terms of what's reporting on a credit report. Gala has determined that it is getting better results if you follow a schedule that it has laid out. So, for example, if I wanted to generate my attack, if I come here and I click show additional information, okay, and it shows these attacks, it says that you can get better results, and I believe it's about a 5% increase in results if you do the first 5 rounds every 15 days. So you do round 1 on day 1, round 2 would be day 16, round 3 would be day 31, round 4 is day 46, round 5 is going to be day 61, and then after round 5, then you go to every 30 days. Now, for a lot of the clients that I process, I do every 15 days for the first 5 rounds. For a lot of the for all the other clients that I process, I only do every 30 days, and there's reasons for that I'm not going to get into, but just because my business is a little different than most. But I process clients on both a 30-day rotation, and I process clients on a 15-day rotation for the first 5 days. So, if you want to be aggressive, you can do an attack every 15 days for the first 5 rounds. So if you do decide to get the unlimited offer that Rodney's offering, then you can execute 2 attacks per month for the first 5 months or for the first 5 rounds, and then go to a 30-day rotation, or you could just do it every 30-day rotation. Whatever you do is entirely up to you. But Gala has found that that if you do every 15 days for the first 5 rounds, there is about a 5% increase in results. And I can say that considering I do both for clients, I have noticed that there is a slight improvement in results for those that I'm doing every 15 days for the first 5 rounds. Excuse me.
Are you physically mailing out these letters, or is the software doing it?
There's a mailing option now. By default, all letters have to be printed and mailed. Okay. Whether you print them and mail them yourself is entirely up to you. There is an option to have the letters printed and mailed for you. I do own the company that does the printing and mailing. If you do decide to have the letters printed and mailed for you, you fill in the information, you click continue. When you generate the attack, I am sent a copy of those letters. My team will then send you an invoice. Once the invoice is paid, we print and mail the letters. And the pricing is based on how many pages each letter has. For an example, a letter that's got 30 pages is going to cost more than a letter that's got 10 pages, just because there's more pages. Therefore, the letter's going to weigh more. Therefore, there's going to be more postage that's required. So, like I said, if it's something you're interested in,
price on that?
It depends on how many letters you have and how many pages each letter has.
All right, let's say I got 15 letters. Each letter is about 15 pages.
I'm not going to give a verbal quote. Again, I have to see a file, because not every letter that's in a file is going to be a letter that people want printed and mailed. Most people do not want letters for creditors printed and mailed. They only want letters for the bureaus. Some people only want letters for Experian, Equifax, TransUnion mailed. They don't want letters for the secondary bureaus mailed. If you decide you want to utilize the printing and mailing service, if you only want letters for Experian, Equifax, TransUnion sent, then you would put that information right here in the notes, and my team will see that, and they know not to invoice for the secondaries and the creditors. We don't invoice for creditor letters, because in all the years I've been doing the printing and mailing, only 1 or 2 people have actually wanted creditor letters mailed. So by default, we do not invoice for those. However, if you want them invoiced, just let us know. We'll add them to the invoice. But, send it. If you feel the pricing's too high, you don't have to pay the invoice. You can print and mail the letters yourself. Just let us know. We'll cancel the invoice. Did that answer the question?
Yes, sir.
Again, like I said, I can't give a quote because if I were to say $12 on this call, then everyone's going to want their letters printed and mailed for $12, even though they may have double the letters with double the pages. So I just don't give a verbal
Makes
quotes,
sense.
on a call.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's correct because every file is different.
Exactly. Yeah, I had that bite me in the back end in the past. So I don't give verbal quotes until I see a file.
Makes sense.
Hey, I had a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. Go ahead.
So, I was wondering, is there a way to, because I know sometimes when you do the trainings with us, you have like kind of, I guess I would call it like a dummy account where you're showing us step by step how to go through the process.
Sure.
And I
So
was wondering if there's a way to do that for the clients that want to sign up to do it themselves, to set up
okay,
like a
so
dummy
if
account.
you click on home, okay, right here, see where it says M2 Gala Client Portal. You can copy this link and you can send it to the client. And when the client enters that link into their browser, okay, it takes it here and it requires that they create a username and a password. Once they've created that username and password and they click register, it now then opens up the register or the sign or the page. What they will see is if I go to here to manage clients and I go add new client, it'll look like this for them where they put in all of their information and they upload their identification documents. I will tell you, if you decide to have your clients create their own profiles and upload their own documents, make sure that you double check everything. Make sure that when they put their name in, they're only capitalizing the first letter of the name. They're only capitalizing the first letter of their last name. They're spelling out all aspects of their address. So if they live at 123 Main Street, they're spelling out the word street. Make sure all the information is there because the last thing you want to do is generate an attack and there's missing information because now the letters are incomplete. Now, if you go to the attack area, in this example, you'll notice it says this right here is highlighted in yellow. It says client info is yellow. That means information is missing. If I click on that tab, it shows me everything that's missing because I did this as a quick demo just so that I could show you how to upload the reports. But, you know, if the profile's been filled out correctly, this will not be highlighted in yellow. You know, it would be, like with the regular client, the information's not missing. So you have that ability. You can send this client the link right here. It says M2 Gala Client Portal. You can send them the link and they can create their profile and upload their own documents. Just make sure that you double check everything before you generate an attack, because the last thing you want to do is generate an attack with incomplete information.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll be honest with you. I've been in this industry for a long time. I have learned the hard way. I personally do not send clients a link because I have found that 99.9% of the time I'm having to correct a profile. I'm having to chase a client down because they left out information that I need, such as the last four of their social. I'm having to chase down a client because they didn't upload their identification documents. So I personally get all of the information I need and the ID documents up front, and I create the profile. That way I know it's done correctly. But I know a lot of people that send the link and they, are perfectly happy, with the results they're getting. Just make sure you double check the profile. Again, if you don't double check the profile and you create letters and there's the address is missing. I've seen it all. Address is missing. The last four of the socials missing. Identification documents are missing, or the individual's date of birth is missing.
I've seen them put the street name out there.
Yeah, a
like
lot of things.
Yeah,
can
T-Bob or Cherry Blossom.
And the last thing you want to have to do is regenerate the attack because the first attack was done with an incomplete profile.
So will they
So,
have
so
access to be able to
They
have the
won't
same
be able. They
access as
won't be able to
us?
see. They won't be able to know that you're using Gala.
Okay, that's
Um,
what I was concerned
yeah.
about. Because
No,
if
they
we're
won't.
gonna be using the link,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying because I'm with you on that one. I don't think about giving out the link or whatever. I try to do it myself, but just want to
Yeah. If you
verify that
notice
they
it's
didn't have access the same
yeah.
way we did.
You notice it says Metro2Client.com. It doesn't say Gala.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Brent, and with that said, a couple of times when I've sent them out, it'll ask me for the date of birth to be corrected, like if it
Okay. So
wasn't there
let me
originally.
ask you this: Are you using an iPad or
Oh,
an iPhone?
no, it was on a desktop, but it was on Safari. Yeah.
Okay. I do know that for whatever reason, and I've had this experience myself, if you're trying to create the profile on a Apple computer or Apple or an iPhone or iPad, for whatever reason, it's always showing that that date of birth is missing. However, when I've logged into that into Gala on a PC and gone to that profile, the information's there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I just tell everybody use a PC if you can.
Okay. Or Chrome. Yeah.
Yeah, Chrome.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'll be honest with you. I don't use Chrome when I'm doing Gala just because I have so many things going on. Um, but I'm not using Safari. I'm using what is this called? Um, I'm using the one that comes on my computer.
Microsoft?
Yeah, I'm using Microsoft.
so I can't use my Android.
You can, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So so basically I asked my clients to email me their information so I could upload
I
it
mean,
myself.
like I said, the way I do my business, I have 2 to 3 phone calls with the client before they can ever sign up. A client cannot sign up for my service through a website. I don't allow it because I vet my clients very heavily. I turn away more people than I take on, only because I want people, number one, that are very serious about repairing their credit. Number two,
Makes sense.
they're not going to do the things I ask them not to do. I want to make sure that they have very realistic expectations. I don't want people that think credit repair is possible in 2 weeks. So I'm very selective. I then send them, I have a pre-made email that I send that requests what information I need from them, their identification documents. Once I have everything that I need, along with filled out and signed paperwork, then I invoice them. Once that invoice has been paid, then I create the profile and I generate the first round.
Could I get that? Could I get those same step-by-step instructions of how to run my own business?
Yeah, message me and I'll send you a copy of the email.
How I message you?
Messenger.
I want them steps too now, Brent. Because
I'll give them to you for $19.99.
What? You ready? What, you take a call? You ready?
Do you accept DBT?
Too.
No, I don't. I accept
your name is Brent Bradford?
Yeah, Brent, Brent, last name Bradford, Bradford.
So if I type in your name in Facebook, I'll be able to find you and messenger you.
Correct.
And send you a message. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Hey, Brent,
I don't think there's very many people in Facebook with the same first and last name.
Is there any way you could go over, Brent, sorry to interrupt there. Is there any way you can go over disputing with secondaries, mostly like LexisNexis?
Well, Gala does that for you. You don't need to be specific,
right?
When it comes to the secondary. So like if I go to attack area and I'm going to do an attack for this client, if I click the expand options, you don't need to. All you need to do is click create now. But if I click the expand option and show this so that you see a detailed item by item, you'll notice that Gala has determined the most effective way to attack each negative item on this credit report. So you notice that for this particular account with portfolio recovery, Gala has determined that it's most effective to attack with TransUnion and Experian,
yeah.
with
LexisNexis right there. Okay, yeah.
LexisNexis. So each account is different. So Gala's determined this based on what it's learned from evaluating results. So, some accounts are going to be attacked with LexisNexis. Some accounts may not, because Gala may have learned that it's not beneficial to attack a particular derogatory with LexisNexis.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That helps,
So,
guys.
you don't have to think at that. That's what's amazing about Gala is they've put so much time, so much energy into creating Gala to where it's literally one-click use. You go to attack area, you select a client you want to attack. Okay. Now, granted, you have to upload the report first, and then you click create now, and Gala is going to create the most effective letters based on the logics of what's happening with real results.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Brent.
Yes.
Realistically speaking, though, since you just, I know it's for demonstration, but you personally wouldn't attack that Jefferson Capital or that portfolio recovery since it's a debt collector, right?
I don't send that letter. If I generate an attack and I've got a letter that is addressed to portfolio recovery, I personally do not send letters to creditors. That is me. Everybody's different. I know some people do it the first or second round and then don't after that. I know other people don't do it until like the sixth or seventh round. I personally do not send letters to creditors.
Okay, no, yeah, I don't either. I only do the same thing as you for primary and secondary. Just want to confirm.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Sure.
Got a question on Rodney.
So you only send out to credit bureaus?
Rodney
What's that?
does. I think he does secondary, or he does creditor letters at a certain point in time.
Yeah, I do what Gala tells me to do. That's all I do. But in the end, when you at the end of 120 days, it's the only reason why you send the extra stuff is to hopefully speed it up. They don't guarantee nothing, of course.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it. But at the end of 120 days, it's gonna be negligible. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get a little bit better results, but you gotta weigh in the cost of things too. Is it gonna cost you twice the amount of money to execute the extras or not? But they're available now. One thing that Brent suggested last week or last month, whatever it was, and it's a brilliant idea. Simply just create the attacks. Even if you don't want to send them off, send them to the client. Let them send them off. How they do, they don't. But then they're giving the client a bonus, or even sell it to them. Say, hey, for $1 a letter, or for $5 a letter. Look, your client. Let's be honest, your client is going to Google every day. So even though they hired you, they're still on Google every day trying to learn something, or they're going to Chat GPT and typing in something. They're trying to become you. They can't become you because they're not you. But they can't find what you're gonna give them.
Right.
So I have a question.
So what
Brent,
Rodney's talking about, just to clarify what Rodney's talking about. So for example, when I'm talking to a prospect, one of the things that I do to try to set myself apart from other people that offer credit repairs, I make sure that they understand that I'm not only going to be disputing their derogatory accounts with Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. I'm also going to focus on the 6 largest secondaries. So they understand that not only am I doing what everybody else is doing, but I'm also targeting the 6 largest secondaries. Okay. And then I tell them, look, I'll also create letters for the creditors. Now, I don't send letters to creditors. However, if you want the letters for the creditors, I'll be more than happy to send those to you, and you can send those to the creditors yourself. And I charge them maybe $20 for the creditor letters. Now, when I generate an attack may only have 2 letters for creditors, or it could have 5 letters for creditors. But normally I haven't seen really many attacks that's got more than 5 or 6 letters for creditors. But that's always something that you can do kind of as a value add. That's what Rodney was referring to.
That's great.
Yeah. Like I said, anything you can do to separate yourself from all the competition and show that you're offering more than everybody else, by all means do it.
And it's also good because it gives the clients a homework, something they will be doing to be involved in it, which will actually show that they are more interested in getting it done if they are involved in certain part of our activities.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're approaching an hour and 45 minutes. Usually we try to do an hour. Any last minute questions before we wrap things up?
I want to do my first attack today, and I got 5 complimentary credits, but when I press attack area, it says expired.
They might have.
Yeah. Typically, when someone's given complimentary credits, those complimentary credits are given for a specific time frame. So you may have been given complimentary credits that were good for 60 days or good for 30 days. But as Rodney mentioned earlier, if you purchase a credit, every time you generate an attack while this workaround is in place, every time you generate an attack, it will let you generate the attack, but it will not take away the credit. So you could literally purchase 1 credit and generate attacks for 10 people.
I have a question, Brett.
Yes.
So if you're doing the mailing and I want the client to pay, so they have to be invoiced for.
Well, for that if you want, okay. So like I said, the way I do it is I tell my clients if they want the credit, and I'll be honest, very few people want to send out the creditor letters, but I tell them if you want to go above and beyond, I'll send you these creditor letters and you can print and mail those yourself. Okay. And like I said, there's usually only a couple of letters. Okay. Very few people want to do that.
Well, my question is if I
Gala?
My question is if I chose you to do the mailing, then that is based on my choice of what you need to mail out to them. Mail out to the
Right. So then, we invoice for bureau letters. So Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and all secondaries. If you want the creditor letters added, just put in that little note section on the bottom that you want to include creditor letters, and we know to invoice for the creditor letters.
Okay. So then it would be a choice to send it to me to forward to them or to send it direct to them.
Right. And then like I said, there's a lot of people that use the printing and mailing service, and they actually have their client pay the printing and mailing fee. So they put their client's information and the invoice is sent to the client, not to them. Good. So however you run your business is how is how you want to do that.
That's correct. Thank you.
Okay. I see two people with their hands up. We got John and we have the gentleman that tried to ask this question earlier. Okay. John took his hand down. So
yeah.
Okay.
My fault, bro.
Everybody took their hand down. Okay. So it looks like that's it. So we're going to go ahead and wrap
I had a question.
Yes.
I just wanted to know, do you have to have M2 Gala subscription in order to purchase the credit?
Well, there's not a subscription for M2 Gala. Gala is a pay as you use. So you buy a credit and then you can generate your attack.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Sure. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I know that Arlen generously offered earlier that he'd get this uploaded to YouTube within a couple of hours. So we appreciate that. Again, you can message me or send me an email or a text message if I've ever sent you a text message, you'll have that number. If you have any questions, I know that Rodney's always open to taking questions, but I do know that he is sick currently at the moment. So it may not be best to try to ask him a lot of questions, but feel free to let me know if you've got questions. I'm happy to answer, happy to help.
I just messaged you on Messenger.
Okay. Somebody asked what the YouTube channel is.
Yeah.
It's My Free Score Now TV, if I'm not mistaken. See if I can go to YouTube.
Yeah, correct. It's that.
Okay.
I'm on there all day, so that's the one.
Okay, yeah, it's My Free Score Now TV. Yeah. So, and they're going to have everything posted up there. So I appreciate everyone taking the time to get on the call tonight. I hope we answered your questions in respect to how to utilize the workaround to upload your reports. And everyone have a good night.